5-minute period has begun. 2.5 stock. 5-minute period. Spanaway. 4 minutes and 30 seconds until the start. Brand loose. We're back into action.
It's nice to be back in action, Jeff. Nice to have a break. I saw you down there at the barbecue pit. We had something to eat. I think everybody's done the same. I saw all the swimmers down there on the beach cooling off at beautiful Lake Spanaway. What a day. But as you said, it's time to go racing. And we're doing it with the 2.5 liter stock. We've got a 5-boat field coming out here, starting with our F-36, driven by Austin Ekert. That's awesome Austin, if you will. Brent Hall's boat, the S-40, will be driven by Jesse Robertson in this heat. The S-24 will have Tim Hamilton behind the wheel. Chris the Biscuit Panaris will over the S-137 along with Dave Solway, but it'll be Chris Panaris behind the wheel. And then J.P. Squires will round out our field, driving the yellow S-83. We got 5 boats, 5 of them hit the water, Jeff Hamer. 5 of them are on the race course. We're ready to go racing.
Excellent class in the APBA Inboard Division, a boat length around 16 feet, powered by that 2.3 liter stock Ford engine. And racing trim, Brad, with the driver inside around 1,000 pounds, and shoot speeds here on Lake Spanaway you can see up to about 110 miles per hour. Anxious to see J.P. Squires here in the 83. His father, Dutch, is primarily the driver, but JP getting the shot here in the Western Divisionals. But don't count out Jesse Robertson in the Brent Hall boat based out of Bothell, Washington. So got a good field of 2.5 stocks here. We're 2:45 until the start.
Don't count out Chris Panaris either. That boat is a rocket ship, that S-137. It's a white boat that'll hopefully give these other guys a little bit of a run for their money. We've already got a little bit of our park and start going on. We've got one boat looking to be dead in the water, but I think that's just a starting procedure coming off the exit pin of our upper corner. We are 2 minutes and 25 seconds away from our start. We've had maybe a spin right here. That would have been
Tim Hamilton.
Right here at the first buoy past the entrance pin to this lower corner. He got it restarted and is back on the race course, but Jeff Taylor, he just flat hooked it right here.
Boy, nice job by Tim Hamilton. He sure did, Brad, and he's refired. And let's hope he can get it back up into planing attitude as J.P. Squires is coming up next to him. Here in video 1, turn number 1. And Brad, our turn 2 sponsor is Windsong Charters. And they have a boat in here as well in 2.5 stock with Chris Panaris driving for David Solway in the 137. So the way we look at it on paper, it looks like the 36, 40, 137, 83. Any one of those 4 with a good start could be up in the front.
And I'm hearing Tim Hamilton right now say, don't forget me in the 24, I'm in here too. So we'll have them all set up coming out here, 5 boats. 5 boats in our upcoming heat here, 2.5 liter stock, minute 15 seconds to the start. We got a couple of boats trolling very, very slowly up there, coming down toward our score-up buoy, which is a start-finish line buoy. Again, they cannot go past that buoy before the 1-minute gun. We had one of the boats drift across that mark and is therefore having to cut the course and go back and pick it up. We're inside 1 minute now, but one of our boats had to go circling back around. That may have been Jesse Robertson, but I'm not sure. Coming down here to score up on the start, Squires is going to be in 2. I didn't see, right? Who's inside them, Jeff?
Boy, tough to tell from here. J.P. Squires is in the 2 lane. I believe that's Jesse Robertson in the Hall craft in lane number 1. One announcement for our swimmers just outside the pit area. Please exit the water immediately. No, Brad, that's my mistake. There's Robertson right there trailing back. So we do know Squires is in the 2 lane. No, that's Chris Panaris in the 1 lane. In the Windsong Charters, Brad, for 15 seconds to the start. Bring him to the line.
Yeah, 12 seconds and 10 seconds. They're going to try and come down here and hit that line right when the clock goes to 0. It's 2.5 liter stock. We got 5 boats setting up. 2 seconds. 1 second. second. There's our start. It's a little bit ragged. We got boats spread all over the race course, but it's going to be J.P. Squires coming down here, and I believe that's Chris Benares in lane 1. So it's Benares and Squires coming down here virtually dead even.
Boy, Benares, what a turn in lane number 1, takes the lead over J.P. Squires. In video 1, turn number 1, it's Benares on the inside. In the Windsong Charters, J.P. Squires drops back to second, and third is Austin Egret. Jesse Robertson in fourth, and Jim Hamilton crossing the line, making his start. But into turn number 1, Chris Benares has the hammer down in Windsong Charters.
Biscuit is running beautiful right now. He's already opened up a full rooster tail. He was not the first boat across the start-finish line. He co-owns this boat with David Spanaway. The boat is out of Tumwater, Washington, and he's driving it beautifully right now. Slides out to about lane number 2 or 3, getting a real good boat ride, got some air into the boat, and he's coming down here looking real strong with a nice lead, Jeff Haler.
Boy, great run here by Benares on the inside. He's opened it up 2.5 rooster tails over J.P. Squires. In the Megabucks out of Colorado, back in the third position, that is Austin Egret. And Brad, I have lost, no, that is Jesse Robertson in third. I've lost to Austin Egret. But entering turn number 2, working lap number 2, it's all Windsong Charters with Benares out in front.
We got one boat down the water right at the exit pit of this lower corner. I don't know who that is looking into the sun. That is Austin Egret, who is down in the water over there. But meanwhile, Chris Biscuit, Benares coming down in that S137, driving that boat like a rocket. It's beautiful. Keep an eye on Squires when he comes down the front straightaway, Jeff. He had a lot of air into the boat as he set it up for this lower corner. I'll call Squires down the front straightaway. He has really lost ground. I tell you what, Biscuit went right out there and really established a big lead. Here comes Squires to the entrance pit.
Boy, it's a full one-turn lead for Chris Benares, nicknamed the Biscuit, and Brady's got the butter spread just fine. Comfortably out in front over J.P. Squires in second. And I have lost our third place boat as well, so unusual attrition here in 2.5 stock. And now Squires is slowed. Oh my!
Now Squires is down.
And he's got some smoke coming out underneath the bonnet. And Brad coming down to get the white flag will be Chris Benares in this attrition-filled 2.5 stock qualifier in the Windsong Charters. And right now they've got their fingers crossed to the 137 camp, keep her alive, as they've got 3/4 of a lap to go to get the checkered flag here in the 2.5 stock qualifier with our sponsors, Mako Collision Repair and Auto Painting out of Tacoma, and My Town Motors out of Auburn. Brady's entering turn number 2. It's Windsong Charters, and they're the turn 2 sponsor as well. Bring him to the checker.
Yeah, the folks up in Nita Bay have got to be awfully happy right now. It is Chris Biscuit Benares. He's past the apex of the last corner. He will negotiate to the exit pit of the corner, straighten it up, and bring it down. And he will be the winner of our first heat of 2.5 liter stocks. Nice run, S137, Chris Benares, both co-owned by Chris and David Spanaway, both running absolutely beautifully. The white flag is up. I think we miscounted Jeff. I think he's got one more to go.
Yes, Brad, my apologies to the fans along the shoreline. My fingers weren't working properly. Now this is the final lap for Chris Benares and Dave Solway's number 137, Windsong Charters, halfway up the back straightaway on this beautiful day at Lake Spanaway for the Western Divisionals and the Yapachino Memorial Regatta. Brad, now it is the final turn, final lap for the Biscuit.
I guess I'll believe you this time, Jeff Hamer. This is lap number 5. I'm going to give you a hard time. No problem. But no problem for Chris Benares either. He'll run 6, 7, 8 laps. The boat's running beautifully right now. Checkered flag hangs on start-finish line. Chris Benares, S137. He's the winner of our first heat of 2.5 liter stocks. Nice run, Chris.
So some unusual attrition here in the Mako Collision Repair and Auto Painting out of Tacoma and the My Town Motors 2.5 stock qualifier. Chris Benares had a battle there for about a half a lap with J.P. Squires, then extended the lead, and then Squires went down. Jesse Robertson went down in the Brent Hall boat, along with the Austin Egret and Tim Hamilton. So Brad, we've got to get the tow rope on several boats and get them into a safe position before we go to